Take Dumbo back inside.
But she's his mom. Do something. He needs us. Look at me. We're gonna bring your mama home.
He doesn't look like magic to me.
After the numerous adaptations of their classic animated films, it should come as no surprise that Disney will be continuing their run in doing so, seeing as they've been so incredibly successful, for the most part. Dumbo is the latest big screen live action adaptation of one of their classics, and although it does do plenty to differentiate itself from the original film, it makes many stumbles along the way. Dumbo is great for all ages, but I do feel that many adults and even some children will probably find themselves bored throughout the majority of this movie. After an elephant gives birth to a unique youngling with giant ears that give him the ability to fly, certain events drive he and his mother apart, making for a heavily emotional experience. As the circus owners make new deals and bring their new elephant, who eventually becomes known as Dumbo, to a new location, not many things go their way. The original film was a solid classic due to its simplicity, but this is a movie that takes that simplicity and gets it over with throughout the first act, which is easily the weakest aspect to the movie as a whole, at least in my opinion. The core story of the original is learning that this young elephant may have the ability to fly, but he can pretty much fly after birth during this film. And the movie takes itself in a completely new direction, which also created a slower pace and an uneventful story. Upon completion of the first act, this movie quickly comes to a halt. There are a few endearing moments and even a few images or lines of dialogue that nearly brought me to tears, but they were very few and far between to really create a real emotional impact. Where this film soared, however, was in its cast. From Michael Keaton to Colin Farrell, who both gave very cheeky performances, to Alan Arkin and Eva Green, and even to the children in Nico Parker and Finley Hobbins. This is a devoted cast that is clearly having fun. Although those performances are the ones that people would normally talk about the most, Danny DeVito is the best that he has been in years. Through all this film's numerous missteps, he stole every scene he was in and kept a smile on my face throughout the entire runtime. If for nothing else, this movie benefits from a fantastic turn by Danny DeVito. In the end, this is definitely one of the weakest Disney adaptations from animated to live action, but Dumbo wasn't a film that everyone was yearning for to begin with, so that's why I think it will slowly fade into the shadows of the great ones that are still to come. With a solid score by Danny Elfman and some unique flair brought by director Tim Burton, this is a film that had a lot of potential, but the script itself took this movie in many unnecessary directions, creating a very boring experience overall. I can't get myself to recommend this movie to many people. Even though it has a wide appeal for kids, I truly believe the majority of this movie would even bore them. A decent attempt, but ultimately disappointing.
Baby of mine.